Okay, so just starting in your comfortable seat and close your eyes. Allow yourself to release any previous happenings of the day. You're right here, you're right now. And just breathe your natural breath without making any changes. Feel the energy of the air, the pranayama around you as you breathe in. Maybe you feel a vibration or a tingling somewhere. Maybe you feel warmth or an intense feeling of relaxation. Continue to breathe your natural breath. And now you're going to do some extended exhales. So we're going to inhale for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. Then you pause for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. Now exhale out. If you can, 8 seconds. If not, try for 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then pause. And inhale 4, 3, 4, and pause. 2, 3, 4, and exhale 8 if you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 3 more on your own. Breathe in for 4. Pause for 4. Out for double if you can. 6 or 8 seconds. Inhale. And one more time. Inhale 4. Pause for 4. Exhale 8. Good. Now back to your natural breathing. About 3 breaths. One more breath. And now you'll take your neck in some circles around. Pause in any areas of tension. It's waking up your neck. Really slow, and again, just pause if you're feeling any areas of soreness on your neck. Allow it to be stretched out. And one more circle in this direction. And then you'll go the opposite way. So go ahead and reverse your circle. Nice slow circles. Release that tension and soreness. And 2 more circles. Then you'll find center with your head. And back up to center. Good. Now you're going to cross over your body into a child's pose position. Knees can be narrow or wide, whichever you prefer, for your child's pose. And just hold your child's pose for a few breaths. Take some nice full breaths in your child's pose. Feel your abdomen expand on your thighs. Feel your low back expand. 2 more breaths like this. And now you're going to walk both of your hands over to the left side and send your hips to the right. A nice side body stretch. Breathe into your side body. Feel it lengthen with every inhale. And if you're wanting to get a little deeper, a little more intense stretch, you can place your right hand right on top of your left. Otherwise, you can just leave them separate, up to you. And 2 more breaths. Good. Now you're going to walk your hands back to center and press your hands firmly into your mat. Send your hips back to your heels as far as they go and melt your forehead towards the mat, really sinking into your child's pose. Maybe rock your hips from side to side. Your head can rock too. And now you'll come back to center. And then you'll walk both hands over to the right hand side. Send your hips to the left. And again, if you wanted that slightly deeper side body stretch, you can lift your left hand up and place it right on top of your right. Two more breaths. Good. Now walk both hands back to the center. And you're going to bring your right hand, thread it underneath your left arm, and send your right ear down to the mat. And breathe in this gentle twist. And your option to leave your left hand stretched out as it is, or it can come planted in front of your right arm below your left shoulder. Then you press in. This will get right in between your shoulder blades, a really tricky area to get. If it's not feeling good, then go ahead and just stay with your arms stretched out. One more breath. And then send left arm back out to straight, body to center. And now you're going to thread your left arm underneath your right. Left cheek rests on the mat. And breathe. And if it felt good on the other side, you can take your right hand back in line with your shoulder, then press into the mat. That stretch for right in between shoulder blades. If you're feeling pinching or pain, then definitely just stay with your arms stretched out long. Last breath. And now you'll return to your child's pose. And press your hands firmly into your mat, your seat firmly into heels, forehead towards the mat. And then once again, rock side to side. Your hips can rock and your head can rock. Or roll on the mat. Two more breaths. And then you'll find some stillness in your child's pose. And now you're gonna bring your hands back and send yourself into a tabletop position. Good. Tabletop position, wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips for some cows and cats. So on your inhale, you're going to drop your belly and lift your tail, lift your head up to the ceiling. And exhale, cat, round your spine. And move at a pace that feels good for you. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. So you're moving on your breath, your cadence. That might be faster or slower than mine. That's okay. Really allow this movement to be led from the tailbone then. So from your cat, you're going to uncurl tail first and slowly allow belly to drop, and then your head slowly arches up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, you round, tuck your tailbone in first and slowly roll from the back of the spine, the bottom of the spine up to the top. Good. Last one. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. And then return to your tabletop position. Now you're going to tuck your toes underneath and lift your hips into downward facing dog. And pedal your dog. Bend and straighten your knees. And now you'll find a little stillness in your downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. Now bend your knees generously and walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold. So the weight is in the balls of your feet. Your spine is nice and long. Good. Inhale. And exhale. And then you can bend your knees if you like. And inhale, slowly roll up to mountain, arms overhead. And exhale, arms down by your sides. And we're going to do a few breaths like that to really feel that energy around you in your environment. Inhale, arms up. Nice and slow. Feel your arms move through the air. They come to meet. And then exhale, arms down by your sides. Again, nice and slow. Really feel the air around you. Feel your arms push through that air as if it were mud. Good. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms down. Two more times. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And on your last one, let's inhale and just think all things love. Inhale, love. And now on your exhale, you're going to press out anything that's not love. And then hands go by your sides. Stand firmly in your mountain pose. So maybe your feet are touching, maybe they're hip distance. Either way, your feet are firmly planted on the mat. And then you're going to tighten in your calves, your knees, your quads. Tighten your glutes and your abs. Roll shoulder blades down and back. Palms face forward. Grow your neck nice and tall. And then inhale deeply into your mountain pose. Grow taller. And exhale. 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Good. And if you weren't already at the top of your mat, go ahead and make your way to the top of your mat. And now you're going to inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. And you'll inhale, halfway lift. Now exhale, plant your hands and walk your feet back to your plank. Plank can be on the toes or the knees. Up to you. And then lower down your chaturanga. Again, toes or knees. And then inhale for cobra or up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Then you're going to walk your feet towards your hands into a forward fold position. Good. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, rise to mountain, arms up. 2 more times with that. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and walk your feet back. Plank. Again, your plank. Lower down. Half or full chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, rise to mountain, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and walk your feet back, your plank. Lower down, half or full chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now I want you to inhale, lift your right leg long behind you. And on your exhale, send your right leg through for your warrior 1. Front toes pointing to the front of the room. Back toes at a 45-degree angle. Hips to the front, nice low lunge. And breathe in. And the more and more practice you get with this pose, you're going to work on putting the weight into the outer knife edge side of your back foot. I think we talked about that last week, but just going to reiterate that today. So nice big breath in, reach your arms up. And now exhale, pivot your back toe till it's parallel with the short edge of your mat and open to warrior 2. Good. Gaze over your front middle finger. Abdomen's nice and tight together, in line with tail. Then you're going to lift your front palm, reach forward to reach back, reverse warrior. And now back to warrior 2. Then you're going to inhale to crescent lunge. So pivot onto the ball of your back foot and rotate your hips to the front of the room again. Good. Big inhale, reach up. And exhale, step your feet together. Arms down. Then inhale, arms up. And you're gonna exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And you'll exhale, plant your hands, walk your feet back, plank. Your flow, lower down. Half or full, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now lift your left leg long behind you. And then you're going to send your left leg through warrior one, opposite side. Again, back foot, 45-degree angle. Both hips forward, both arms up. Abdomen's nice and tight. But you're feeling really strong and confident that you're going to work to get the weight on the outer knife edge side of your back foot, as well as the outer knife edge side of your front foot. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, open up to warrior two. So pivot your back foot till it's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Arms open up. Really tighten in your core. Really feel that alignment of your spine all the way stacked from tailbone to crown of head. Good. Then flip left palm up to the ceiling. Reach forward to reach back. Reverse warrior. And one more breath. And now warrior two. Both arms reach out. And then pivot to crescent lunge, so onto the ball of your back foot, both arms forward. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, step your right foot to your left, arms down. Good. Now inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk your feet back. Your flow, plank to chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. Good. Now lift your right leg long behind you, and you're going to send your right leg through for a warrior one. Both arms up and reach. Good. Now reach arms up, up, up. Inhale and then exhale and cactus your arms. Then inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. And exhale, cactus. Now stay in your cactus, inhale, and exhale, lower forearms. Inhale, cactus, exhale, lower forearms. Now inhale, cactus, and exhale, lower forearms. Good. Now you're going to inhale, both arms go up. And you're going to pivot into a high crescent lunge. So onto the ball of your back foot now. Good. And if you need to step your foot back to make this a slightly lower, wider lunge, feel free to do that. Sometimes that helps with your balance. Sometimes not, but sometimes it can. Okay, so inhale, reach your arms up now. And then you're going to exhale. Hands are going to come towards the mat as you send your left knee across your right ankle for a Shiva squat. Here we go. Then you're going to inhale back to a high crescent lunge. And then exhale, hands come down, that Shiva squat. Bring knee across your opposite ankle. Good. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, Shiva squat. 2 more times. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, high crescent. And exhale, final Shiva. Then inhale, high crescent lunge. And exhale, feet together, arms down. And let's take a couple breaths in mountain. Maybe 3 breaths. One more. Now inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Now exhale, plant your hands and walk your feet back. Your flow, plank to chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift your left leg long. And then send your left leg through for a warrior 1. And now you inhale, reach, melt into that pose. And exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Stay in your cactus and inhale. Exhale, lower forearms. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, lower forearms. Inhale, cactus. One more time. Exhale, lower forearms. Inhale, cactus. Exhale. Now inhale, arms go straight up. And then you pivot and adjust your back foot to a high crescent lunge. So on the ball of your back foot. And again, if you need to make your stance wider or more narrow, feel free. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, hands to the mat for Shiva squat. Cross your right knee across your left this time. Good. Inhale, high crescent. And exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, high crescent pose. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, Shiva. One more time. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, Shiva. Then inhale to high crescent pose. Reach your arms up and then exhale, feet to meet, arms down. Good. Now inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And now you're going to exhale, plant your hands, walk your feet back, your flow, plank to chaturanga, up dog, and exhale for downward facing dog. Now you're going to slowly walk your feet towards your hands in a forward fold. And then you'll inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Now inhale, rise to mountain, arms up. And then you're going to exhale, sit into your chair, nice seated back. If you can, float your toes up off the mat to make sure your knees don't cross over them. Nice tight core. Breathe in. Hands can be up, straight out at the shoulders or at your heart center, wherever works best for you. One more big breath. And then exhale, slowly stand. Good. Now you're going to take your feet about hip distance. And you're going to rise up onto the balls of your feet. And then arms shoot straight out from your shoulders or at heart center, whichever feels best for you. And you're going to slowly lower down an imaginary wall behind you. Stay nice and straight and long, all the way down as low as you can. Once you get as low as you can you lift your right heel higher? And then how about your left? And maybe you can take 3 bounces before you rise. If that doesn't feel good on your knees, just skip the bounces. And then you'll slowly rise all the way up. Release your heels, release your arms, take a breath. One more time, nice big breath. Good. Then inhale, arms overhead. And you're going to exhale, chair. Sink down with your nice wide knees. And now inhale, reach up, palms meet. And on your exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Now you're going to take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee or your left hand to the outside of your knee. And your right hand will go to hip. And just look over your shoulder as best you can. One more breath here. And hands back to heart center. And now you're going to bring your right elbow to the outside of your left or your right hand to your outside of your left knee, left hand to hip. Look over the shoulder, nice deep breaths. And one more time. And then hands to heart center. And you'll slowly rise. Arms by your sides. Take a couple breaths in your mountain pose. Really firm into your feet. Feel your feet grounding into the mat beneath you. Tighten up your calf muscles, your quads, your glutes and abs. Your shoulders are rolled down and back, squeezing together. And your spine and neck are nice and tall. And one more breath here. Good. Then you'll inhale, arms overhead. And now exhale, a really short chair. Then inhale, exhale, fold. Now inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, you're going to send your right foot back into a low crescent lunge. So go ahead and lower onto your back knee. The top of your foot rests on the mat. Good. And you're going to inhale, open your chest. Feel the stretch in the front of your hip flexor. Good. And now exhale, send your hips back until your toes can lift. And you'll give yourself a nice half split. Your head maybe bows in towards your knee if it can. Knee can be slightly bent. Then inhale up to center. Open your chest. And one more time. Exhale, lift your toes, straighten your leg. Then inhale to center. Curl back toes under. And this time, you're going to keep your hands on the mat. You're going to lift your back knee. Good. And then come straight into a standing split if you can. So press the weight firmly into your left foot. Maybe bend your back knee generously and then pick the right leg up. And your right leg goes up towards the ceiling. Or maybe it shoots straight out from your hip. That's just as much of a half split as going all the way up. So just wherever your body is today for your half split. Good. And then maybe you want to try some more of those Shiva squats. If not, you can stay here a minute, maybe bend your standing leg. Otherwise, we'll just do 2 where you inhale and then exhale and your right knee goes across your left ankle. And inhale, standing split. And one more time, exhale, Shiva squat, right knee to the outside of your left. And then inhale, standing squat. Now send your right foot to meet your left in a forward fold. And you're gonna bend your left knee, lift your left heel, and straighten your right. So a nice hamstring and calf stretch for that right leg you just worked. Good. And then you'll allow your left heel to fall down, and I want you just to bend and straighten your knees. Good. And you come back to your forward fold. Both heels down. Bend your knees and roll up to mountain, arms overhead. And then exhale, sink into your chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, now send your left foot back to a low crescent lunge. And you're gonna open your chest, squeeze shoulder blades, feel that stretch in the hip flexor. And then on your exhale, you send it all back, toes lift, bow your head towards your half split knee. And inhale to low crescent. Squeeze shoulder blades. Last time, exhale, send it back, half split. And then inhale to low crescent. You're going to tuck your back toes under and lift your knee. And bring this into your standing split so the weight goes in to your right foot now. Bend your left knee and pick it up. Good. And again, leg can shoot straight out at the hip level or it can go up higher wherever your standing split is. And you're going to inhale, reach your foot up. And then exhale, Shiva squat, knee to the outside of your right ankle. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, Shiva. Now inhale, standing split. And exhale, left foot meets your right. In your forward fold, now you're going to bend your right knee generously, straighten out your left. And feel the stretch in the back of your leg on this side now. And now you'll bring your right heel down and then bend and straighten your knees. Just loosen them up a little. Good. And you come back to your standing forward fold. Bend knees generously and roll up to mountain, arms overhead. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and walk your feet back. Now lower down to your chaturanga. Inhale for upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, you're going to lift your right leg long behind you. And then bend your right knee. And just find some movement that feels good. Maybe it'll be your ankle rolling 3 to 5 times in one direction and then the other. Maybe you like some knee circles. Good. Or maybe you just like to open your hips up a little bit by sending your foot back. Now bring it back to that 3-legged dog. And then send your right foot back to the mat. Pedal your feet out, take a deep breath. Find some stillness in your legs, and you're going to inhale, lift your left leg. Bend your knee, and whatever you did on the other side, maybe it was ankle circles or knee circles. Maybe it's a little bit of everything. And then open your hip if that feels good. And then send it back, three-legged dog. Left foot down now. Nice big inhale in your downward dog. And then on your exhale, lower your knees down into a child's pose. Again, it can be narrow knee or wide knee, whichever feels best. Send your hips back, your forehead to the mat, and maybe rock from side to side. If you wanted this to be a little more restful, you could always feel free to put your arms down by your sides. We'll take 3 more breaths in child's pose. You can find some stillness or continue rocking, up to you. Feel your low back expand with every inhale. 1 more breath. And now you're going to bring yourself to a kneeling position. Good. We'll just do a little side stretch. So you're going to reach your right arm up and over. Left hand plants on the mat. Just a nice little side body stretch. Good. Inhale up through center to the other side. Right hand plants, left arm up and over. Then inhale up through center to the other side. And 1 more time on this side. Inhale up and over. Then back to center. Now you're going to take your legs out long ahead of you. Good. Toes are going to flex back towards your body. Sit firmly into your seat. Nice staff pose just for a moment. Grow your spine really tall. Squeeze your abdomen muscles. Roll shoulder blades down and back. And then take a breath. Very nice. Now inhale, arms overhead. And you're going to exhale, fold forward, reach for ankles, shins, or calves, whatever's available, maybe your feet. And you'll inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, see if you can fold in any deeper. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Now you're going to walk your hands up towards your body. And you're going to take your right foot onto your left thigh for another forward fold. So first grow nice and tall, back and spine. Inhale, arms up next. And then exhale, fold forward, reach for ankle, shin, or foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And notice if one side's a little more flexible than the other once we get to the other side. Notice if you're a little more flexible now that we're working with just one leg instead of both. 2 more breaths. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, see if you can fold. And now slowly walk your hands back up. Good. And your right leg goes out long, left foot to your right thigh. Sit firmly into your seat, toes flex to you, grow your spine. And then inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Now you're going to slowly walk your hands back up to your body. And then you bring both legs out wide, toes are still flexed. Sit firmly into your seat, grow nice and tall, then inhale, arms up. Then you'll exhale, fold forward. Leave yourself room to advance into the pose. Really finding that length in your spine on your inhale. That's so much more important than folding on your exhale, just really lengthening in. Two more breaths. Feel the stretch on the insides of your hamstrings. And final breath. Now you'll walk your hands up to center. You're going to take your right foot to your left thigh. Now that your legs stretched out wide. Good. And then you bring your left hand to the outside of your left ankle or foot. And your right hand's going to go up and over to frame your ear. Fan. Now the key here is that we want to really be open in your hips, open in your shoulder. We don't want to be hunched over like this. We really want the nice, wide, broad shoulders. 2 more breaths. Now inhale back up to center. And then you're going to bring your right leg out long, left foot to your right thigh. And do the opposite legs. Grow tall, then right hand to ankle or foot. And inhale, left arm up and over, nice and open. Hips and shoulders. Still feeling your spine lengthen on your inhales. And 2 more breaths. Final breath. Now bring both hands up to center. You're going to take your legs out long ahead of you. Maybe give your legs a nice little shake, a little wiggle. Good. And then back to your staff pose. Nice tall spine, toes flexed. We did a lot with the legs today, so you're gonna inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, one more forward fold. Reach for ankles, shins, or calves. And notice if maybe you've made it a little deeper than we did the first forward fold, seated forward fold at the beginning here. Big deep breath in. And one more breath. And walk your hands back up. Good. Now you're going to take right foot to left thigh. And a single leg stretch. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, fold. Two more breaths. And now you'll slowly walk hands back up to the center. And you're gonna keep your feet in the shape they are, but now we're just gonna rotate till your left foot is out to the side. Good, like we did that fan pose. So you'll take your left hand to the outside of your ankle or your foot, left arm up and over for a second set. Inhale to lengthen. Good. One more breath. Back up to center. Now your right leg goes straight out ahead of you. Left foot to your right thigh. Inhale, sit up tall, lengthen, arms up. And then exhale, fold forward. All those Shiva squats, the lunges, and the chairs we did are a lot of work on your calves and your hamstrings. So we're spending some extra time lengthening and loosening those muscles. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Last breath. And then just slowly walk your hands back up to center. And change the position of your legs so your right leg goes out to the side for fan. So right hand outside of your ankle, left arm up and over. Few breaths, nice deep, long inhales. Last breath. Then inhale back up to center. And now take your left foot so both legs are wide. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, final forward fold for today. See if you can go a little deeper than you did the first time. Toes stay flexed. Spine is nice and long. Two more breaths. And final breath. Now you walk your hands back up to center. Bring your feet together, legs together. Give your knees a little shake, a little wiggle. And then maybe if it feels good, your hands go to your knees and do some knee circles. That might be nice after all those hamstring stretches. 5 in one direction and then 5 the other direction. Good. And then you have your feet planted on the mat and scoot forward. Keep your feet planted. Sit up nice and tall. An option for your hands to be right behind your hamstrings or out long ahead of you. We're gonna just slowly lower all the way down to the back of your mat, making sure to use the muscles in your stomachs, in your hips to lower you down nice and slowly. Really taking your time to feel those muscles working. Good. Now once you get down to the mat, you're gonna walk your feet just a little bit closer to your body so that your knees are nice and pointed to the ceiling. And then your right ankle is gonna cross over your left knee. And go ahead and take your hands and you're gonna just massage your right hip flexor all the way up to your knee, wherever feels like maybe it needs a little attention, maybe it's a little sore. And now you can continue with this nice gentle massage, or option to reach in between your legs for your hamstring or your shin to bring in a nice little stretch. Now the key with this stretch is to really press your right knee away from your body as you pull your right knee in. And your shoulders and your tailbone stay in contact with the mat. Two more breaths. And now you're going to bring your left foot planted on the mat, your right leg stays as it is. And then your arms go into a cactus shape. And you're going to allow your left knee and right foot to fall to the mat. And then you can gaze over to the right. If that feels good on your neck. If that doesn't feel good on your neck, just stay looking straight up. Two more breaths. And now you'll bring your head and your knees back to center. You keep your legs crossed as they are. And this time you're going to toe heel walk your left foot away out to the outer edge of the mat until your knees collapse inward. So again, your left foot's planted and you toe heel to the outside edge of your mat until those knees collapse in like a teepee or a tent. Good. So your right foot is on top of your left knee here. Breathing. You can gaze over the left shoulder if that feels good. Two more breaths here. Nice stretch for the front of the hamstring, front of the thigh, or the hip flexor. Good. Now you're going to toe heel your foot back to center. And you'll uncross your right foot, plant it on the mat, then lift and lower your hips. Just get re-centered on the mat. And then your left ankle crosses your right thigh, and you'll massage that left thigh again, all the way from hip flexor to your knee. And you can just stay there if you like, just continue massaging, or you can reach in between your legs, grab onto your hamstring or your shin, remembering you want to pull in your right knee as you energetically press your left knee away from you. And shoulders stay down. Two more breaths. And one more. Good. Now you allow your right foot to lower to the mat, legs stay crossed, arms go into a cactus shape. And then you're going to allow your your right knee, your left foot to fall to the side as you gaze over your left shoulder. Nice full deep breaths. Two more. Good. And now you're going to bring your head and your knees back to center. Keep your legs crossed. And then toe heel your right foot until your knees collapse inward. And again, you can look straight up at the ceiling or across your right shoulder, whichever feels best for you. And two breaths. Final breath. And now you toe heel your right foot back to planted. Uncross left foot, lift and lower your hips. Then bring knees into chest and rock from side to side. Feel a nice low back massage. And then you'll come back to center, find some stillness, pick your head up, squeeze your body, squeeze every muscle, toes, feet, calves, hamstrings, abs, arms, chest, face, shoulders, back, every muscle's working, and then exhale, release, everything goes long and wide for your final Shavasana. Relaxation pose. If you have any props you like to use, feel free to use those. Allow yourself to close your eyes and breathe your natural breath. Any thoughts that come in, allow those thoughts to just wash away without giving them attention. And then I want you to imagine you're waking up out of your bed on a beautiful summer morning. You wake up and the sun outside your window fills you with joy. You're so excited for the day. And as you climb out of bed, you immediately are flooded with all the things you're grateful for. Every memory, every food, every luxury, every sense, every weather pattern. You're feeling so grateful for all of the above. You've woken up, you open the window and you hear the birds singing outside. You close your eyes and you can visualize what those birds are doing and where they are in your yard. You take a deep breath in and you smell the summer fruits. The summer flowers are blooming and smelling delicious. You open your door, you go outside to greet the sun. You take another nice deep breath in and you taste the cool, crisp, dry air of the warm summer morning. You feel the sun soaking into your skin, offering warmth and love to you. You close your eyes and you allow yourself to breathe in the energy of the sun. You feel the warmth on your body. This brings you much relaxation and much peace. You thank the sun for its beauty, warmth, and kindness. And you decide to sit down and bask in that warm sun quietly for a few minutes. going to return to your breath. Maybe you wiggle fingers and toes, rock your head from side to side. Maybe you like to roll your wrists and ankles, just bringing in some slight movement. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to roll onto one side. Take a moment to hug your knees in. Thank your body for being there for you, to fuel you with energy, and to keep you moving in all the ways you enjoy movement. And then you'll prop yourself up to a comfortable seat with eyes closed as able. And now you're going to inhale, arms overhead, palms meet. Again, let's think, breathe in love. Your palms meet at the top. Reverse your palms now, face out, and with intention, press the air around you away. Allowing all that love, space to be, space to grow and thrive. And then if you like, hands can come to heart center. I thank you all for joining me today. I honor and appreciate the light inside of you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, Christy was awesome.
Oh,